Well, yeah, I'm back again, and I always say it, don't I? But I'm back again, and I am in Bay 19, and the tide is there, and high tide is at 9:44, and the time now is 4:20. I was late getting there yet again. Got my times wrong because I thought high tide was at 11 o'clock, and that's very bright, that is. I'll see if I can. So anyhow, I've got my normal rods, my river rods, fixed bill reels. I'm going to start fishing in a few minutes. I did hope to think that I might actually get some food cooked up and some scram. So that doesn't look like it's going to happen. I've got beef burgers as well and sausages, so I'm a bit miffed really. It's all gone to cock, hasn't it? But never mind. I shall have to fish and do some cooking, won't I? But I can't fish over there and cook up in my van, so I either cook now or cook in a bit. I might set my rod up, and if it's very quiet, come back up and start cooking. So I might do that. Yeah, it's Sunday the 20th of December. High tide's about 6.5 metre, don't quote me on it, might be 6.4, but it's all the bays down that way were full from what I could see, and I weren't driving down there to turn around, so I could see that there was a couple of bays down there, and there's some chaps in Bay 18, which is a little bit unusual because water comes in at 19 first, and as long as you know where that pipe is out there, you won't get snagged up, which I've worked out. So I'm surprised they weren't in this bay really, or in Bay 20, because you can just walk along. It's only a short walk. You could be fishing now, literally straight with your feet getting wet. So yeah, I've got this light. It's a bit bright, I think. I'm gonna just put that down there. I ain't gonna start talking too much at the minute because it might switch people off. But yeah, it's Sunday. I thought tomorrow's the 21st, which I believe is the shortest day, which is the first day of winter tomorrow, unless there's some jiggery pokery in the stars and it's the 23rd, but I'll Google it later. But if it is tomorrow, it's the first day of winter, 3 months of winter, and then we're in spring, and it can't come soon enough, and it'll fly by, especially with what's going on in the world. So yeah, I've got my rod over the side, I've got bait today, I've got black lug, frozen obviously, squid, some carp, some sardines to try, what else have I got? Got some razor clams, but never caught on them, but thought I'd bring them because it'll just empty the freezer out. Well, that's the bait. My cart is kept in a flask here. I've got to get a new glass flask because they're better than these. It's just that I dropped the ice cubes in and it smashed on Friday. So yeah, last night was a mad frantic rush, charging all the batteries up for the cameras, lights and everything, because I decided, yeah, I am going to go fishing, and never checked the weather or anything. I just decided to go, but like I said, I thought it was 11 o'clock, but it's at 9:44, which is good, because come midnight I'll be packed up and we'll be travelling home. Work tomorrow, and then hopefully that'll be it for work. So yeah, what else is there to say? Well, I'm going to fish down there. Once I've finished fishing down there, when the tide comes in, she'll come up there, got the rod and the tripod out, just bang a reel on it. I don't put the reel on beforehand, before I come up, and then what I'll do is I'll start fishing up in the bay over high water, and then I won't be jumping over the side because it'll be cold, and I'll be ready for home, I think. Straight home for a can of lager. So species today, well, there's obviously a cod, That's what I'm looking for. I would like to get another one, but there'll be flatfish, there'll be dabs, flounder, might be the odd rockling. Whiting, I haven't hardly had any. I've caught some in there, but I ain't caught many. Not many at all. Don't even know if I've caught more than 5. But now where I've got a cast to is over that way. There's a stanchion up there in the water, which is the end of the pool. 2 red lights on it, so as long as I don't cast out too far, I can cast out straight in front of me. And if I do want to whack one, I've got to go between that and there. So no snags today, fingers crossed. Rigs today, 1 up, 1 down. I'm going to fish both of them tonight. I'm not going to use any other rigs tonight apart from them. Got different hooks on each rig, so we'll see what happens. So yeah, I shall be back in a bit later on, whether it'll be the next time or not, for rant of the week. Yes, for rant of the week. And we've got a good rant of the week this week. And yeah, so I'll be back in a bit. Right, I'm over now. The glasses are dirty. Just going to bait this up with some, hopefully some frozen bait that's unfrozen. Right, well, black lug and squid on there. I'm now going to chuck it out. I'm not chucking it out far either. I'm going to chuck it to the left, which is not the right thing to do because the tide's coming in from the right, but I'm not getting snagged up again. Well, I'm here early. Casted out at 16:46. Yeah. First one out, 16:46. I'm now going to have a walk along the shoreline, see if there's any waves, because I ain't done that yet either. So it's quite cold actually, but there's very little wind. I've still put my windsock on the camera. I've got a windsock that goes over the camera on this. I've got 2 Zippo hand warmers which are now working the tree, so all's good. So I'm gonna be back in a bit and I'll have a chat with you then. Well, I'm going to bring it in, check it. It's only been 2 minutes since I last said I'm going to give it 5, but I'm going to bring it in and check it and see, because there's no point having anything out there if there's no bait on the hooks, is there? So that's the cast that's been out the longest. 17:56. It's been out half an hour. Jesus. In you go. Take that off. This hook out of there. They're absolutely mincing it up. This rig is absolutely tangled. Unbelievable. Right. Let's get this out quick. Perhaps those other boats needed to be left to be developed a bit longer. Right, come on my booty. My boy. That was a toughie. Rig out. caught a flounder. Yeah, quite a good one and all. It had some weight on it. I was beginning to think, is this a codlin? But it weren't, it was a flounder. But we're one up. That's one fish. No blank today. The runs keep going, doesn't it? It's just fish, fish, fish. Right chuffed with that. Could see its belly, the white of its belly coming in. But it had swallowed the hook right down. Got the hook out. Hook was difficult to get out, but I got the hook out. So fish is in the bucket now, having a bit of a recover. I'm sure it's all right. There was no blood. So casted back out of another one up, one down rig. Baited with black lug and squid. And if we catch flounders all night, I'm happy. You know, you've always got that chance of that codlin coming along. There ain't loads of codlin in this river at the minute. They seem to have backed off and disappeared, as far as I'm aware. There's not many reports coming out. There was a codlin caught over the river at Hull. A Vicky Dock, I think. Quite a big cod. But there's none on this side. They seem to have gone on holiday across there. And I haven't heard of many being caught off the beaches. The odd one, I believe. But nothing major off Lincolnshire beaches I'm talking about. I could be wrong. They might be coming out and people are keeping quiet about it. Right, here we go. Lovely flounder. Breathing. Perfectly alright. Good size flounder, that. Well, it's not huge, let's be honest. If that was a dab, that'd be a good dab. But yes, a nice fish anyhow. All ready to return. No blood. Let's get her back. anyhow, what I was going to say was, I've caught a flounder, chuffed to bits, lovely flounder, so much weight on the rod, because they're quite bendy rods anyhow. But yeah, I think Bay 23 was the last blank I had. Since then, I've caught all the time. And I tend to go through phases like that, where I'll have 3 or 4 sessions. I think this one might be the 5th session that I've caught. And I don't know. Can't remember. I know this is the 5th video in the bank, so I say in the bank, it's the 5th video that I've done that I'm in front, that Tom's got to edit. So if anything goes wrong, I've got videos then to keep putting up, so you've got something to watch. That's the thing. But yeah, caught a flounder. You saw the fish. Hopefully the camera hadn't stopped, and it great, brilliant. That's what all those bites was, wasn't it, I reckon? And I should have left those bites, but they had stripped quite a bit of the bait off. Because I've watched flounders underwater, they keep attacking and shaking about. They're like a bloody rabid dog eating, you know. So perhaps I should have left it for a bit longer. But they were cracking knocks, and it was where it was attacking the hook, weren't it, with the bait. That's why when I brought them in, there wasn't a lot of bait left. But could have left them out, and you wouldn't have had anything else sniff around your hooks, because there weren't enough bait on your hooks. But we got that one. I turned the camera on when I had the knock, left it a bit, and then reeled it in. Flounder. So yeah, no blank tonight. Bloody brilliant. I love it when I catch, but eventually it gets a bit boring, you know. You need a blank to sort of like spice it up a bit, you know. Anyhow, I shall be back in a bit. I think I need to change the battery on this camera. Right, I'm gonna check, see what's on this rod. It's all calmed down now, so it's either on there or it buggered off. So we'll see what's on it. Come here. Little tiny dab. Where's my towel? Need my towel. Look at that. Little tiny dab. So that was that huge bite, and then it just went calm, which is why I pulled out and checked. But look, it's Spot's brother, Patch. Remember Spot from last week? Well, we've got Patch now. So he's white with a bit of brown on. Let's put him in the water. when I was reeling that in, I was reeled it in nice and slowly because I could see a fish out far. And the water's over these stones now, and the bloody bottom hook caught in it, didn't it? So you got to keep reeling. You just can't worry about the fish. You just got to keep reeling it in to make sure you get it in. But what a cracking show at the minute. That's a flounder and a dab. And there's always that odd chance that when these codling, you know, I seem to remember what they look like, will come past. I mean, I've caught my personal best ever codling this year, and I shouldn't really want to catch another one, should I? But you always want another one, don't you? That's the problem with fishing. And I've caught an absolute cracker this year, but you just want another one, don't you? So we'll get this cast out in the same place again. I shouldn't get snagged up this time because I know where this pipe is. It's black lug and squid again, one up, one down, and it's the Coxon roll hooks on this one. Nearly a poor cast that, but I think I just managed to save it. Always set that drag on your reel, because that big cod might come, mightn't he? Well, if the equinox is tomorrow and it's the shortest day, as of after that, all the days start getting longer in daylight time, doesn't it? So we start heading through winter and into spring, and it's going to be good weather. The weather tonight is like a nice, I mean, I've got my hood off. I don't know how long I'll have it off, but I've got it off. It's an autumn evening, and it's bloody beautiful. Absolutely lovely. You can just about air the waves. It's like a mill pond. I mean, that's the sea state that I had a mill pond there when I caught my codlins. So I mean, we're in for it tonight. They could turn back up, couldn't they? Anyhow, I'm going to watch this like a hawk because I want another flounder. Rockling, whiting, and a codlin would be really good. But I'm going to turn this camera off. I'm going to change the battery in it, and I shall be back in a bit. Rod's just gone crackers, and then the rod started going up. I have to turn the camera on even if I miss the bite. Believe it. That's what's happened tonight. set these bloody hooks. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Bloody hell. I can't believe that. I had a big flounder on that. The rod bounced down, a good bite, turned the camera on, but as I was turning the camera on, the rod came up as well. And I was like, bloody hell, got to turn the camera on. So I turned the camera on, start filming, the fish is still on there. I'm reeling it in, and the fish is 10 yards out. I can see its white underbelly. It's upside down with its belly on the top of the water, and it's a big flat flounder. And then it just came off. The white disappeared, the rod went light, and it was gone. I can't believe that. I tried to pull its lips off twice with that rod. I'm gutted. I reckon that's what happened in the other two casts as well. I ain't putting large baits on. I've got half a worm or a third of a worm and then a sliver of squid. So it's not like I've got a great big bulky bait that it's just on its mouth. I can't believe it. I probably could have had 4 fish tonight. I definitely should have had 3. That's fishing. That's fishing. I'm gonna pull its lips off next time. Oh, Jesus. Get this baited up. Fishing's on fire. What a cracking night's fishing. I've had bite. I think now, after feeling what happened there, I think I lost 2 of the others. One might have been a crab, but the other 2, I think I lost it because there was some weight on it as it was coming in and it disappeared. Could have been a crab on it, couldn't it? But that one, for definite, was a flounder. It was a flounder. It was like a good flounder. And, oh. Them hooks are razor sharp. I'll go sharpen them. I'm going to sharpen them when I get up top, but they're razor sharp. You put them in my nail and drag it across and it just sticks into your nail straight away. But there, that's fishing, isn't it? I shall strike like Billy on this next one. I'm going to reel like the clappers. What a great night though. I'm having bites, I'm seeing the bites. We've had fish, we've had a flounder and a dab, and 1 missed flounder. I even had the leader knot had just gone round my reel, because I had it go through my rings and it was on my reel. That's how close it was. I only cut about 1.5 meters off my leader before I tie it onto the main line. because I got £24 main line, and my leaders are £18 to 70. So yeah, I cut 1.5 meters off, something like that, maybe a bit more. So what's that? That's 3.5 meters from there, isn't it? It was 10 meters out. I couldn't see the whites of its eyes, but I could see its white belly. Oh, where's a cat when you want one? I'm gonna be back in a bit. I need to phone the wife. Right, I'm gonna reel that in and see what's on it. I've had 3 or 4 knocks now on it. So there should be a fish on it, shouldn't there? But I'm gonna bring it in anyhow just to check the bait. There's no point having it out there with nothing on the hooks. There seems to be quite a lot of fish out there, whether they're flat fish or what, but there seems to be a lot of fish out there, but they're just clever buggers. Oh, great! Bloody brilliant! I got myself a Rockling. Oh, I'm catching these all the time. Look at this booty! Look at that! Oi! Little free-bearded one again, I think. Look at him. Tiny little eyes, aren't they? But yeah. Oh, he's a wriggler. What a bite he should give. Absolutely huge bite. Brrr, that mouth. Lovely little eyes. Look. Right, let's get him back. Well, that's made up for the flounder. I've caught quite a few Rockling just lately. I think that's the 4th one. So yeah, after all them years, I'd never caught a Rockling until that first one in Bay 27, was it? When I caught my codlin. You know, do you remember that codlin? I do keep talking about it. So yeah, so I've caught quite a few. Well, I've caught a handful. But I'm quite happy to catch them all day, to be honest. They're nice and soft. He was a bit of a wriggler. All the others haven't been. He was a bit of a fighter. But hook came out alright. It took it down past his mouth. But it was quite a longish hook. So I could just pop it out and it came out. He's gone back. Didn't see him. But then you weren't in that Bristol gravy, would you? But he hasn't come up on the shore either, but I'll check again in a bit. So I've baited up. that'll probably start tapping away in a minute with a fish on it. But yeah, I yanked on that one and set the hook, but I think it was already set. It tapped the rod 3-4 times, but so did the previous one. But you lose a flounder and you catch a rockling. Brilliant. It's been an absolute cracking session up to now. I keep saying it, but that's because it is. I've got a bit of a moon out, not half moon, bit of a crescent, but it's like a big fat bit of cheese. And that's the only thing in the sky. The stars are gone now. No, the stars are still there. Can't see them because I get dazzled by these lights. But we'll see what the wind's like when I go up top. It feels like it's blowing this way now, onto my face. Which, if that's the case, it's going to be fine up there. And when I came, it was blowing across the river. You know, as if I'm facing the river, it'd be blowing in my back. So the wind direction's changed. It's not cold. I keep putting my hood up and warm up, and then I have to take my hood off. It's that in between. Yeah, there's a lot of ums. That's because I don't like to swear. So my cough is fine now, thank you. And I ain't got work tomorrow. No work tomorrow. Well, I've got my own work, but that's proper work, isn't it? Pays proper money. So yeah, it's a cracking night. Beautiful weather. I can't believe the river's like this. It's like a mill pond. It's December. You'd expect it to be blowing a gale and everything, wouldn't you? But it's absolutely cracking there. The only thing that's missing is a bit of daylight, so you can actually see the view. I've got the waters probably about 6-7 meters away from me now, so I'm going to have to pop up top in a minute. I've got another rig baited up there. We're Holden bottom. I've got a 6 ounce and a 7 ounce weight on, both are Holden bottom. Just enjoyable. We've had quite a few bites where I've had fish on it. Now I know I've had fish on it. At least 2 of the first 3 bites I had fish on. And again, it was as though the fish was holding on to the bait, and as it came in, it just went light. And I thought, well, I'm sure there was a fish on it. And that's what then started making me think about crabs. But there is crabs out there because I caught them the other week. So it proves that they are out there. That was a pregnant female as well that I caught. Turn this light on and look at my rod tip and I can't see it because I'm dazzled. But yeah, absolutely brilliant night. I couldn't have wished to have come on a better night, really. I came because I was a bit worried. Well, I decided during the week that I was coming Friday, and I said to the wife, probably get Sunday in as well because Sunday looks okay. But I weren't too pushed about it. But then when everything happened this weekend, because like, it's a travesty because it's happened in the south, isn't it? There's no COVID. It's the same COVID everywhere. I mean, they've now said that. Oh, I shouldn't have said that, should I? Blank that out, Tom. Can't have that word in. But they've got it in Wales. They've got it all over, haven't they? This new strain, but I don't know what it is like. But as soon as London's mentioned, it's the end of the world, isn't it? I mean, it's happening to everybody everywhere, isn't it? It's not good, is it? Affects everybody. Anyway, I'm not getting into politics. That ain't politics. I'm not getting into that. It's just not good, and it's affecting everybody. That's all I want to say. But I can't believe, in category 3, we'll call it, that you can still you're still allowed to go fishing. I mean, exercise fantastic. I mean, the time I've had a fishing session, I am absolutely buggered. Legs ache, back ache. I'm getting old, ain't I? But I'm going to have to go up top in a minute and get the other rod set up and take some of my gear up. So, well, I've got me rod, I've come up top and I've got me other rod, sand on my hands now, I've got, oh, bloody hell, that's Gorilla Glue, that's how good that is, bloody crap. And that's not the rant of the week either. Right, bread rolls. Aberdeen Angus beef steak burgers from Lidl's. Full. Spoon, fork. Right. I want to get these started because I've got to get my fishing rod up. It's all go. Hey, sea fishing ain't like carp fishing, you know. You ain't got time to bloody do this, that and the other. Because it's just relentless. Oh. I'll tell you one good thing about carp fishing though. It's the carp fisherman, my mate. Because if I hadn't brought Steve that day, I would have never have thought about cooking proper food instead of a pot noodle. So thanks, Steve. You're an absolute bloody diamond, mate. Right. We'll cook both of these. We'll cook them there. That's for the rubbish bag. Now, the wife diced me up some onions. Now, she hadn't diced me many, just like a whole onion. Thank you, pet. Oh, scrum, scrum, scrum. Now I'll just clean that fork because that's touched raw meat. Put that in there. I've got 2.5 meters before my rods are in the river. Go there. Oh, someone's opening the door. Good thing about, look at that, sealed in. Right, I've got to get my rod. I've got a towel down there. So this is the part of the cooking bit, because you're going to see me cook burgers. I ain't got work tomorrow. No part-time work tomorrow. Ow. Yeah, they're cooking nice and slowly. Got the heat turned down a bit. Not pepper, I ain't got no salt, have I? Right. Just turn it up a touch. Right. I need a coffee, that's what I need. Can't believe that Gorilla Glue ain't glued that on. Right, coffee, first coffee since I don't know, 2:30, 2 o'clock. And it's now 8 minutes to 8. I've got one rod in that's over there a little bit. I've got the next rod baited up. I've got a pulley panel on it with razor claw, razor clam, razor fish, whatever you want to call them, them razors. I've got 2 bound together with a lugworm. Never had anything on them, but I've got them, so I might as well try them. And I've got my other one up, one down rig. I shall be pulling that other rig in, rod in a minute, checking it. But the water's at the bottom of the cedar fence, so it's going to be snaggy, you know. Good thing with these pans is, my mate had one, but he had a reasonable sized one which was small, which you could fit 4 sausages in and a couple of burgers, which was perfect. But once I got looking at them and saw this one, the wife says get that because it'll be good for camping. We'll be able to cook the breakfast in it and it won't spit so much. So that's why I got this. Got a magnetic clip at the back. Some of them have a metal clip that go over. This just snaps together. It's good. But I'm starving. Because I can eat one of them burgers and leave the other one in there, keep them warm. And then just warm it back up, turn it back on and warm it back up when I want to eat it. Don't have to gouge them all both at the same time. I had a flounder and a dag.
Yeah.
Lost the flounder as well, I couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got into about 5-6 metres and it just come off the hook. It went huge, but it's good size.
Yeah.
Are you fishing?
I think it's going to be alright, yeah, it's a great place to go.
Is it all full down there?
I don't think it is, mate, no.
No.
Things aren't very on the alien and that, you know, right, so I'm not sure. Don't think down here.
No? But you think about going in the next day long?
Well, what day's next?
This is 19.
Yeah, not the next one, the one after that, sorry.
21?
Yeah, someone's in the next. Oh.
21 don't come in very quick, so they shallow time, isn't it?
Yeah, what is the time?
Tide is 6.5, isn't it? So it might not even come in. It's probably better off in the woods, wouldn't you? Unless the yellow cross is busy.
Yeah. I see that bit all day, you know, is it that factory up at
Where's that?
no, down there,
On that corner?
Yeah.
You can fish there.
yeah.
If you go all the way round, there's another bit that juts out, but again, it's. Yeah. I don't think there's any fun there at the minute, is there? I think they've gone on holiday.
Yeah, I had 3 on Friday, man.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did, yeah. That's where I walk, about an hour after I walk in 20 last night, you know. I don't know, man, I'll look around.
Well, good luck, mate. They never smell very good, do they? These pans are alright, but when the fat comes out of the burger, they're sat in it, aren't they? That's the only problem with it. Oh, bread rolls, ketchup, mustard, belly. Right, well, and back to this side of the situation. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's got me. Still getting used to this GoPro. I'm not going to cast out far either. Right, Well, let's get that on me. Hey, lights on the star. Right. That's a razor clam and black lug on a pulley panel because it's not pulling very much the tide. And I've just brought that rod up that I cast out down there, so there could be something on it. Chap's just come down here, you probably heard me talking. He's looking for somewhere to fish. He's and he had some codling out the other week. Well, what did he say? Well, you would have heard it probably, but it was possibly like, well, it was last week. Yeah, last week he had 3 codling out an hour after high. So they're still here, but they're just not here like they were when everyone was just catching these great big things. So I can drag the onions up this end. I've propped this up there with a knife, so all the fat now is down there, so it don't run out of gas, eh? Well, when they're cooked and I eat them, I'm going to be full up, aren't I? And that's one of the nice things about the river is, yeah, I haven't been fishing. Moving all my gear up, I haven't been fishing 100% like I was down the bottom, because obviously you're up and down, and you're getting your other rod ready, aren't you? I don't like to get it ready until I'm up there in case someone runs off with it. But you know, I aren't fishing, am I, at the minute? 100%. I'm probably not even 50% fishing. I've got to bait that rig up. I'm cooking food, aren't I? You know, it's all. But you got to eat, ain't you? It's 8 o'clock. High tide is at 9:44. So I've only got an hour and 44 minutes, and I'm cooking, fishing, and filming. My mate didn't like that banging about. I ain't bothered personally. So yeah, it's a lot of work to do, filming and fishing for a video and stuff, and then you got to eat. That's why normally I eat tin food, because you just put it on, boil it up, and then eat it. I just fancied some, since my mate came with me and we had the hot dogs, and then he did me some chicken drumsticks and thighs. Bloody lovely. But I had someone cooking it for me, didn't I? So I was still fishing. Right, I shall be back in a bit when we've got something to show you. But yeah, look. There's the moon. There's the factory. I think that's an incinerator plant or something. Right, just quickly, rant of the week. Well, I was driving on the track road in, which brings you up onto this wall, and some dozy twat has gone and tipped a load of builder's rubbish there. So now that is 2 lots of fly tipping been done on the track into this place. Now they have a security van drive around there, and I don't see them that often now, to be honest. And I did speak to some chaps, but I did speak to them about the first lot of fly tipping, and they said, well, if that carries on, they'll shut this wall down. Well, if anybody see who it is that does this fly tipping, for God's sake, report them or something, because if they shut the wall down and we can't get up here to fish, you can't have a fantastic night's fishing like this, can you? Now, when I started filming, when I was saying where I was earlier, I could have ranted about that and I'd have been going at it big style. I calmed down a bit now, but it's not good. People who fly tip are just parasites. People that fly tip that affects other people, which all fly tipping does, are parasites. I understand that you can't get to the tip, but there must be a way. You probably have to pay to dump the rubbish or something. I don't know, but there must be ways of getting rid of your rubbish rather than tipping it where it's going to affect everybody, because whoever's tipped it are just bloody idiots. Anyhow, that's rant of the week. Next week, We'll have another rant, but that weren't much of a rant, was it? It was just a bit of a moan. Anyhow, I'll be back in a bit when I'm cooking my burgers. And then we'll investigate what's on that rod. They were doing. Just parked up and stopped. Didn't cut out and say hello, just stopped. I just had a bite on that end rod, but my burgers are nearly done, look. So I think this has just fell over. It just fell over. Now I've cut my burger in half and it's certainly cooked. Onions. Shut that up, turn that off, put that on there. Look at that. Oh, did you see that bloody crap? I wonder if I've got a fish on that rod, but I need to eat this. Well, that's all the Aberdeen Angus beef ruined, isn't it, with all that stuff on it. Well, there we have it. One tasty burger with mustard and ketchup on. I'm going to eat this, and then we'll investigate what's on that rod. Right, I've had my burger. It was lovely. Cup of coffee and a Kit Kat. So let's get these rods checked because they did bang. Got ourselves a little dab. Look at that. He's a dark colour, isn't he? Little tiny dab. Transparent. Alright, let's get him in the water. He's a lively little sod. Look, look at him. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He's had a breather in that bucket, hasn't he? Look at him. Just a little tiny dab. Absolutely perfect in miniature, look. He's calmed down a bit now. I'll get him put back. Did you see him? There you go. Two dabs, one flounder, one lost flounder, and a Rockling. So that's 4 fish in it. I have to check it back, but I think it's 4 fish. Right, I'm gonna watch these rods now because I ain't been doing much constant fishing because I've been eating, cooking, doing baits. Yeah, so let me watch these rods. I'm gonna have a coffee, listen a bit of the radio, do a spot of fishing. So I'll be back in a bit. Hopefully I'll catch another fish. Hopefully it'll be a codlin. So who knows? We've got the killer bait out. We've got prawn and black lug. I'll be back in a bit. Just had 3 knocks on that. There it go again. See that? Now is that a flounder? Is that a dab? Have I got to wait for it? See what we got. Feels heavy. We got ourselves a fish. Is that a dab? Oh bugger, did you see that? That's what's been happening all night. Come here, come here. In you get, in you get. That's what's been happening all night, hasn't it? That one's a bit blunt. That's the one that caught in the side. I thought I sharpened it. Get this off there. That's how I lost them other 2, isn't it? That is. Did you see that? Mind you, that hook was sharp. They were razor sharp at the start of the session, but I did catch that bottom hook over the side and I had to yank it out, and then I had to straighten it there, and I thought I'll sharpen it, and I didn't sharpen it, did I? But we've got it, and that's a good sized dab. We'll measure that one. Where should I measure it? Measure it on the back of the van. Then it gives cats something to sniff then, doesn't it? And there ain't any weed tonight either. Bloody brilliant. Right, not put this out far. That's probably too far. That's 5. Right, we'll measure this one. Oh, I can't be asked to get on the floor. I'm getting so old, it's unbelievable. Aches and pains. Right, towel. Towel's there. Let's get this light on. It's better. There, like that. Like that. You should see that. Right, ooh, get him in there. "28 centimetres. That's alright, isn't it? He's a fat bugger. He's got some meat on him. That's a meal there. A dab hair is 20. That's 28. And that is fat. Let me show you. Look at that. Cracking fish. And he's got some good girth on him and all. But we'll get him back. Now I would eat one of these, and I would eat a flounder. But yeah, last show. Nice dab. Brilliant. Well, ooh, 28 centimetre. Well, we're having a good session, aren't we? That's 5 fish now. That's 3 dabs, 1 flounder, and a rockling. Missed a couple of fish. That'd have been absolutely stupendous if I'd got them. But it just shows you then, if you caught that, I was about to lift it up to put my hand around the fish to take the hook out, and the hook come out of the fish's mouth. Now that hook is blunt, so I'm now going to sharpen it up with my stone. Now going to sharpen it up with my stone, and I'll rebait that up to try it again. But I was going to put a 2-hook flapper on, but I'll use that rig again because I want to sharpen it and make sure it's alright. And I've just noticed I've caught that on oiled black rugs. Yeah, black rugs. So yeah, oiled black lug. I can't remember if I've ever caught on that before. So it does work. Right, I'm going to reel this in and see what's on it. I've had 2 big knocks on it, but it goes quiet, so it must be a flatfish. Fingers crossed. Nothing on here. Look at that, all the bait's gone. Probably took the squid off the end. It's a shame, never mind. Letting off a bit of steam. Now look, is that a bite? Well, that was a shame. 2 big bites there, and I think on that rig I actually had some squid hanging off the hook. Now I had stopped doing that, but today I've had some bits of tails of squid hanging off, and it obviously grabbed hold of the squid and it made the bite, didn't it? See, it's going now, look, can you see it? The closest rod is tapping. I've only just cast it out. It's quite prolific. I mean, Christ, if there was fish out there to that extent, wouldn't that be great? Probably the most action I've had in this session than any other session, you know, because normally you'll either not catch any fish and catch them at the end, or catch them at the beginning and not the end, or there'll be a lull where you don't catch anything for a couple of hours, or if not longer. But tonight it's just been, rods have been going bang 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 all the time. Not little tiny movements where you're like, oh, I've had a bite. I'm talking bang bites. I mean, some of them could have been crabs. But after that dab fell off there, which you saw, that just proves that that bloody flounder that fell off, that was a big flounder. Oh dear. It's getting a little bit chilly now, but it's all right, it's not too bad. I'm glad I got 2 pairs of socks on. See, look at that tapping. I've never known the Humber to be like this. It's my rod tips have been moving all the time, and apart from that plate, that dab that just fell off there, that hook I admit was blunt, but then I yanked it up the wall and it got caught on the wall. That's why, and I just forgot to sharpen it. That's fishing though, isn't it? You just can't explain it. That's what fishing means. You can't explain it. Things happen and you don't know why. But wouldn't it be great if we had more fish in our sea? I guess the way to get more fish in our sea is to let the fish breed, which they do naturally, and stop taking so many out. I mean, I don't know who takes all the fish out, but you've got to think that fish don't just suddenly say, do you know what, let's because we can, let's swim round and go visit Australia. Let's go on our holiday. So off goes Mr. Cod with Mr. Rockling. No, that don't happen, does it? The fish are scarce because too many have been took out of our seas. Mind you, they do throw them back, don't they? But they do happen to be dead when they throw them back. So what's the point of that? I think when we had smaller boats and everything, it was more sustainable. But now we've got all these super trawlers. It's not sustainable, is it? But that's another story, isn't it? You all right, Pet? Oh dear, first little booty. Oh, look at him, the little blessing. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Isn't he gorgeous? Beautiful fins, look. It's because he's brand new. Probably born this year, you know. Come on then, we'll get him back. Nice little dab. Bloody brilliant. I thought he had a knock on that rod, but I just thought I'd leave it out after missing so many bites. I just thought I'd leave it out there, and I reel it in, and that's on there. And the tides. Right. there. Well, I don't know where they're going, because the tide will be going out down there now, and they're going down in the shallows. Right, let's get this baited up. Well, I can't believe that I'm actually catching on this black oiled lug. All the time I used it during the summer and I never caught. Don't know where them cars are going. Yeah, the water tide will be going out down there now. But when I get them and I've unloaded the van, it'll be a can of lager, in the garage, and I'll start answering some of me Facebook and YouTube. I think I'm up to date with my YouTube comments. Sometimes it does take 2 or 3 days to do them all, because if you was to sit there all day doing them, that does take longer than you think to actually answer all the comments. But I always answer all the comments, but it does take me sometimes a couple of days to do it. Might even take up to 3 days, because obviously you're getting new ones all the time. But yeah, like, no, I ain't giving a shout out. Isn't a shout out, is it? Just want to say hello to my mate Marky in Yarmouth, and Sarah, his wife. Hope Matty and Andy's all alright as well. So yeah, big shout out for my old buddy Mark, known as Marky. Keeps commenting on my channel and showing me a lot of support. So yeah, thanks a lot, and thanks a lot to all the other subscribers, commenters, everybody that comments. Mike, Soul from Norfolk, Lisa H. Just like to say thank you to all. Can't remember you all now. Do you know what I mean? That's bad, isn't it? Anyhow, but yeah, thanks to everybody that subscribed to my channel, everybody that comments on my videos. Somerset Beach Fishing Tony, you know, there's no end of you. Terrible with names, but every time, whenever I see you, the people that comment all the time, you know, I do recognise the fact, and I'm much appreciated for it. So yeah, it's always great to have a bit of a two-way conversation. So yeah, thank you very much for everyone that comments, everybody that's subscribed. If you like this video and you think that you're gonna go have a look at some more of my videos and you like them, then if you do like the videos, please subscribe. If you don't, then don't, you know, but ring the bell if you do subscribe. Leave a comment. Everybody that's subscribed can comment, and share my videos. That'd be great. And if you can also check out my mate down south called Danny Shore Fishing, go check his channel out. He's climbing high now. He's nearly at 200 subs. I think he's 2 off at the minute. So yeah, go along to Danny Shore Fishing. If you like his videos, give him a sub, ring that bell for his notifications, and leave a comment for him, because the more comments you get on your channel, the better it works out for the algorithm for YouTube, and they promote your video a bit more, I believe. So yeah, go check Danny Shore Fishing out, and I'll be back in a bit. Well, that's the razor fish, are still on there. Razor fish and squid. Scissors. Shouldn't have put them away yet, should I? Crap. All the bloody elastic. Garbage. Look at it. Absolute bloody garbage. I cut the bait. I cut the bait to cut all the elastic up and pull it out because there you go. Got any elastic in it, do you? Oh. Well, it's been an enjoyable session. I've caught a selection of fish. Flounder, dabs and a rockling. So yeah, there's not many whiting about. These are too long. Yeah. People are catching whiting all over. I think they're catching them on Lincolnshire coast. I see some friends that fish off the Lincolnshire coast a lot. They've caught loads of whiting. There's obviously loads of whiting being caught down south. Old fish hunter, he's been struggling with whiting, hasn't he? So yeah, they catch loads of whiting everywhere, apart from in this river. I ain't seen many whiting in this river at all. I think I've had enough. It's always a long session there, winter time. Oh, fucking me. Tom, you're going to have to bleep this out. I can't have all this swearing in. Do my fucking head in. Oh, bollocks. Right. Ooh. This water bottle's nice. I'll just put that there, then I can just sit on it, couldn't I? Oh dear. Right, let's reel this one in. Chap in the other bay's now gone. Nothing on that either. Yeah, it's slowed right down. Look at that all tangled up. Seagulls will get all them. Look at that all tangled up. Something's been on that. I've had a lot of bites tonight. Lost a couple of fish. That's never happened to me before that. Not to the extent of tonight, as you know. Never had such a busy night for the rod tapping away as though there's a fish on it. Never. And not actually caught them all. You either don't see it and there's a fish on it, or you see it and you pull it in and you've got a fish, don't you? But tonight it's been a little bit different. yeah, so anyhow, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, or you've watched this video and you think you'd like to watch another video, go check some of my other videos out. And if you like, subscribe. Yeah, and that's it really. You know, if you subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment and share my videos, but only if you like it. Thanks to all my subscribers. I think I'm on 2,270 or 80, one of them. So that's brilliant. I'm now creeping up. I mean, I always wanted to get to 2,000, but the show just goes on, doesn't it? The subscribers just keep subscribing. So got to thank all of you for subscribing and for staying subscribed. Thank you very much. Let's see how big the channel can get. Next target's 3,000 subscribers, isn't it? So yeah, thank you very much. I much appreciate it. And if you want to leave a comment, and I'll get to the comment as soon as I can, and I will answer it. So yeah, thanks for watching this one. We've had a numerous fish. I can't remember how many it is. I keep losing count. I need to write it down, don't I? But we've had flounder, we've had numerous dabs, and a rockling. So we've had 5 definite. We could have had 6 fish. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And he's got some good girth on him and all.